Hi, I'm live. Welcome everyone. While I'm waiting for this 20-second feedback loop, is everything okay? It's just a bit high. I'm not high, but this is a bit high. There we go. That's better. And I'm on? The sound okay? Yeah. And I'm on? Okay, so welcome. 30 seconds in, people. The current energies, which I kind of like to start off with, how has the current energy been in terms of life? And when it came to tarot, so we looked through the tarot and we had the Magician upside down, and I'm definitely feeling right now just like, oh man, what is my goals worth it? Basically, that's literally what's come up. Is just like, is it worth it? And I know if you were here last week, I was talking about your goals are worth it, you're worth it, so just go for it. But it's come up a lot for me, and this whole this whole eclipse energy, this whole transformation, I'm truly feeling it. I've been hella emotional. It's been my birthday weekend. My birthday was on Sunday, and apart from spending the evening with my sisters on Friday and then Sunday with my family, it's been extremely emotional. Like Saturday, I was just a waterfall. I was like a complete waterfall. So anyway, welcome. My name is Kelita, Sahliah. The current energies have been intense as fuck, but my name is Kelita, Sahliah. Welcome. I like to share my perspective and my view of our reality and our realm that we share together collectively, and this segment is astrology of the sky. So in essence, I combine astronomy and astrology together. I just use the visible sky and I take the astrology principles and apply it to it. So it is astronomy. I do have a video in the description box below which explains why the sky, why I choose the sky, so feel free to check that out. I've got videos on Pluto and Saturn as well, because according to the visible sky, they are in different locations compared to the mainstream. So you've probably saw from the title anyway, Mars is entering Cancer. So again, if this isn't something you're expecting, if you're just like, but wait, wasn't Mars already in Cancer? Then again, I use the visible sky up there. So that's where we're looking. So yes, so with that being said, without further ado, welcome. Remember, never trust anything I say. You can grab yourself a calendar if you'd like. It is available on Etsy now. It's a calendar in alignment with the sky, basically. So it is different to mainstream astrology, but it has all the transits in one place and you can follow along with the app. And again, there you go, there's August. Again, don't believe or follow just anything. Download the app, download any star app yourself and look in the sky and see. Or there's a site called The Sky Live. You can type it in on Google and it will tell you the exact locations of the planets, or luminaries as I like to call them. It will tell you the exact location, so feel free to go and check that out as well. And yeah, so the order of the live in general, we're going to get into it because it's quite a lot of transits happening, but we go over, if it's the beginning of the month, we will touch on numerology for the numerology of the month, but if it's not, like now, then we go through the transits and then the moon transits, and then we clarify with the tarot to see if I'm chatting or if the energy actually matches up, and then we come back to the present moment. So let's start anyway, because there's so much happening this week. So all my socials are Kelita Sahliah, but TikTok has Kelita Sahliah 8. No, it's not in a circle. Give me time to grow. Okay, give me time to grow. But these will be the positions of the luminaries on the 14th of May, because we're going from the Sunday to the Saturday, the first day till the 7th. So this is where the luminaries will be. Take note, Lilith is still sat in sextans. That is an unusual star constellation, not widely mentioned in mainstream astrology, even like true sidereal astrology, that's not really picked up. So yeah, but take note of that, and we're gonna move into the transit straight away with how I see it. I am going off my own interpretation of all of this stuff, so keep that in mind as we move forward. So going into the transits for next week now, a lot is happening. We've got on the 15th, the sun is moving into Aries, and then also on the 15th, Fortuna is retrograding back into Scorpio. Okay, and then what else is happening on the 15th? We then have Mercury stationing direct. So that is what is happening all on the 15th. On the 17th, we'll write it all down now, so it's all done. On the 17th, oh gosh, so much is happening. Mars enters Cancer, which I mentioned at the beginning. And then on the 19th, Jupiter enters Aries. So we'll go over the moon afterwards. Let's go through all of this because this is actually a lot. This is a lot. So, okay. At the beginning of the week, then the 15th falls on, let's take a look. It's the Monday, isn't it? I like to follow through with my own calendar because obviously it's my calendar, yeah. So as you can see, I'm going to show you the calendar too. There's a lot's happening on the 15th of May. Just so much things are happening. So starting with the sun anyway. And of course, it's like seeing these in the sky. I'm seeing them on the cusp. Like all of these I mentioned last week. So like they're on the cusp. It's interesting to look at. So the sun anyway. Moving. What am I doing? Not Aries. It's in Aries. Silly me. Ignore that. It's in Aries. It's moving to Taurus on the 15th. Okay. Forgive me. That was my mistake. So, the sun anyway. The sun being our ego. I see the sun as the lens that we operate through. It is our ego, and our ego is the one that attracts experiences to us. Without our ego, we wouldn't experience our physical reality. So, in essence, our ego makes our reality happen. It brings the experiences to us that we're ready to live out in life. That's what I see the sun does, and it's moving into Taurus. So, in essence, what I'm potentially seeing is our ego will be going on autopilot because I see ego just does what it needs to do. It's like if you're not doing nothing, your ego will do something stupid or something pre-programmed or whatever. It will do it. It will just do it. So trust the ego. You've not really ever done anything wrong. Just trust what you naturally do. But in essence, I'm seeing that our ego will begin to attract Taurian experiences to us. So Taurus obviously is based around like the second house. So it is like the fueler of the physical reality, in essence, the material reality, money, love, pleasures, the senses, but in a very sturdy and stable way. So it may be slow, but stability and slow but stable is what I'm seeing our ego beginning to attract to us. So it's like we're on the verge essentially of coming out of attracting new things to us. Has any like new has new come to you, and this could be like even past people, but they've come back and it's just a new energy. It's like, you know, you're starting over. That's happened with me. I've had people leave as well. I've had new opportunities come up, like new things, because we were in the Aries energy, but now we're moving, our ego is moving into the Taurian energy. So it's like these new things that appeared over the past 3 to 4 weeks, in essence, our ego's ready to experience these new things now, but in a more sturdy and stable way. So again, it's new, may not be fast, may not be fast, but in essence, we're fully experiencing it now, in a more stable way. So that's what I'm seeing. That is what I'm seeing. So in terms of like relationships, business, your business ideas, your business ventures, whichever direction you're ready to go, slow but steady is coming in. Okay, steady, because that's what you want in essence. It's like you don't want something that can come up fast and fall hard, you see. So slow but steady, the ego is attracting. Right, we'll touch on Fortuna and then Mercury. So Fortuna is retrograding on the 15th. So again, you keep in mind energies weave in and weave out, so just pay attention to around the 15th. Okay, couple days before, couple days after, but the energies are coming in. The same with the sun and just everything. But Fortuna, so the luminary that emits the frequency, in essence, where we'll be more prosperous and fortunate in, if we're obviously cultivating that energy, so to say. So it is retrograding. As I've said before, retrogrades in essence offer a slowdown or a redo, a looking over, a chance to go over things and redo it, a chance to finalize everything that you've not done, in essence. So they're retrogrades. So we're retrograding, we're getting to go over and to, you know, touch upon any details, fill up any loose ends, in essence, on the aspect that we're going to be fortunate in. I have spoke about Fortuna before. It's touching into Scorpio and it will touch back into Libra before it stations direct and continues its forward journey for a while. So in essence, we will be touching back into this Scorpio energy, and yeah, we're going to be touching back into it anyway, but pay attention to what comes up, because this is it's in Scorpio for just under, how long is this? 1, 2, 3, is it 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 to 4 weeks it's in Scorpio for, and then it will be retrograding back into Libra. So pay attention to just what comes up during this time, because Scorpio is often the, like, it's tapping into what may be classed as a weakness or your vulnerability, but recognizing that that's actually your strength, and it's through that strength you can shed off the old and get ready to become the new. So in essence, it's just like anything, it's already come up for me. I'm not gonna lie, it's already come up for me. So I'm getting ideas on like where I have to tap into my strength. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. So if that does come up for you over the next few weeks, just pay attention to what's going to happen, because then it's going back into Libra, where we're taking fully what's in our head and creating that balance, getting that justice of what we want. And I was saying, was it last week, a lot like this justice, like justice needs to come soon. Like something just needs to happen soon, because it's just intense. Okay, so yeah, so as I'm saying, then the sun will be operating, our ego will be operating through the Taurian lens, our fortune in essence. We're getting to go over, tying up loose ends of our true strength. Okay, it's recognizing, it's just touching base again with our true strength and what we're about. And then Mercury now, Mercury, the messenger. Mercury is still in Aries, as you can see here, and it's retrograding, but it will be stationing direct on the 15th. So as I mentioned before, of course, retrogrades allows you that time to go over things, to tie up loose ends, to around, and because it is Mercury, it is around obviously how we exchange our energy. Yeah, that's what it's been around, but it's stationing direct. So if you even thought, even if communication was slower, and literally how you're exchanging your energy, monetary exchange, thought exchange, and communication exchange, whichever exchange of energy you choose to do, I'm seeing it's more forward movement now, not having to rethink things too much or go over and touch up final edges, or, oh, I didn't say that, I wanted to say this, blah, blah. It's just moving forward with how we exchange our energy in the, because it is still in Aries, it will be around what's new. So, again, if you've had any just new come into your life, whether that's through people or a business opportunities, this exchange of energy now, how we're exchanging our energy, it will just move forward in what has been new in your life, because it is Aries. We are still wanting quicker communication, because Aries is quick. Mercury is the messenger, it's quick. Mercury has like the wings on the head and on the feet. I'm not going to put my feet on camera, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing with Mercury. Anyway, stationing direct, forward movement in our communication. Then on the 17th, we've got the Cancer, Mars entering Cancer. So Mars represents, from my point of view, it's our drive, it's our passion, it is that fiery masculine energy, it is the it's literally the fire that gets us going. So yeah, it's the fire that gets us going. What is your passion? What gets you going? Where do you want to, what's the direction? It's also got that arrow, just like the god of war. It's like, I'm going there and I'm doing it. I'm passionate about it. And that's touching into watery Cancer. So what is that telling me? I've labeled my title The Tipping Point, because on the astrological wheel, Cancer is like on the whole sine wave. I'm going to rub this out, but Cancer's kind of at the top. It's kind of at the top in essence. When you're like learning the complete theory of this all, Cancer's at the top. So it's kind of like that tipping point in essence of, we've been, you know, seeds and ideas were planted in the winter down here, and we've been toiling, going up the hill. And then we've got this tipping point, and then we start kind of going down. This is where energy is kind of, how can I put it? Literally like a hill. We've been putting in a lot of effort going up the hill, and now we're ready for that downward momentum. Now we're ready to truly, or begin to experience through our passions and desires, the fruits of our labor in essence. We're not going high up now. We're coming down, and we're experiencing that, you know, that relief going down. You know, when you've gone down a hill when you're riding a bike or something, or a slide or something like that. So that's what I'm kind of seeing. This is quite a interesting location. And I find it funny. Do I find it funny? Yes, I find it funny because it's like the dance of Venus and Mars. Watching them on the app, like Venus is getting ready to catch up to Mars, but she slowly gets close to Mars, and then it's like, nope, I'm retrograded, and then she pulls back, and then she's not catching up with Mars until we have that Venus and Mars conjunct, which was meant to be supposedly happen last year, and when Russia and Ukraine was having war, but it actually hasn't happened yet in the sky, and you can see it. It's like that dance. She's getting close, but then she goes back, and then she reaches again. But anyway, with Mars being in Cancer, I am seeing that tipping point when it's coming to our drive and our passions and what's getting us up and going. We're not gonna not see results anymore, in essence, from our drive and our passion. We're gonna start seeing results. That's what I'm seeing, because we've reached that tipping point, and it's like, okay, yes, this tipping point. And because Cancer is based around, you know, home and family, it's the fuel of the 4th house. So it is based around like home and family and what is important and truly valuable to you, basically. So our drive and our passion will be centered around what is truly more valuable for us. And I don't know, sometimes when it comes to a case of like, I'm kind of doing it for my family and stuff, or I'm doing it because this is what I truly resonate with or I'm passionate about, there's just a bit more momentum. Maybe we'll see. I'm not an expert at this. Let's just observe the luminaries and how we naturally feel, but that's what I'm seeing anyway. A big tipping point based around our drive and our passion. Like, we should start seeing, well, I'm ready to start seeing stuff, so whoever's listening to this, just make it happen. Okay, Jupiter now. Jupiter touching into Aries. So again, it's like this whole Aries energy isn't done yet, because Mercury's still in Aries. Uranus has been in Aries for time. What else is in Aries? So it's just Mercury, and obviously the sun right now is in Aries still. But even though Mercury and the sun is moving from there, we're still heavy in this new energy. It's still new. So this is where I'm literally seeing, not only in my life, but potentially in many people's lives, there's new is right in your face or it's on the horizon. Let me know if that resonates, because that's potentially what I'm seeing. We're gonna be expanded because Jupiter's in Aries in all of this newness. So Jupiter's coming along now. We've had the taster, the sun of Mercury. People has potentially popped up popped up, new opportunities, new jobs, offers, etc. That's come in already, and then Jupiter's going to come and expand it. So Jupiter is the luminary of expansion. Now this can expand in either direction. I don't see good or bad. It just is. So in essence, it will expand you on the negative polarity, or it will expand you towards the positive polarity. But I always say, even if it's the negative polarity, where it may feel more restricted on the negative polarity, that has the potential to spiral you out further to the positive polarity, if you know what I mean, rather than if you're just in the middle or just in the, the positive. There's not much momentum. There's not much momentum. So it can expand in either way. So I'll give an example. So you can either be expanded in over substance abuse, for example. You're just having too much, escaping. That can be an expansion. Or you can just expand in health and vitality. So they're the spectrums, basically. Apply it to your own life, but Jupiter can expand in either direction. So take control, or have awareness of your mind and your state of being, because wherever you are, you can expand wherever you are. So just keep that in mind, okay? And of course, it is focused around this newness. So be gentle with yourself. I'm speaking to myself here. Be gentle with yourself, because the whole new and everything can be so overwhelming. It can be so scary. It's like, what am I going to do? This job, or, you know, this direction, or this individual, what am I going to do? So just try not to get caught up in the expansive side of just like, oh shit, what am I going to do? And it's just like, you know, just Aries can be very new. It's ready for new. It's ready for fresh. And it's just like it's jumping for joy. So, yeah, just have fun with the new Aries energy, but try not to expand in a way where you're just not happy. If you feel your mind is like drifting in one way, take it easy. Take it easy. So I'm getting rid of this. We're going to move on to the moon phases, because it's moving along. And let's see how all of this connects. So we're moving from Aquarius, and on the 15th, we've got Pisces. On the 16th, oh, we've got Pisces again. We have cetus. We've got a cetus watery dip, okay, between the 15th and 16th. 17th, Aries, that new energy, and we're finishing off on the 19th in Taurus, my tropical placement. So what am I seeing now? The moon, the mover of our emotions. It's the one that, it's our feelings, our intuition, our emotions that gets the energy moving, which then allows our ego to attract these experiences to us. Okay, so that is the connection, and the experiences we are attracting to us is the Taurian experiences, so keep that in mind. So our emotions now throughout this are moving in a way so our ego attracts this stable but sturdy sturdiness in our reality, basically, that is based around, you know, love, money, the five senses, and anything in the material. Okay, so the moon is taking its watery dip, and I don't know if anyone has been watching me for a while or watching the replay of these videos, we're going to be noticing a whole pattern week after week. So I'm already noticing the pattern, but when we enter a like a lot's happening this week. Look, we've got all of these transits happening this week, so it's like I notice when big changes are happening, it's like the moon is transiting through this whole Pisces cetus dip and then Aries new. So I'm finding that pattern interesting, and then at certain times it's like it's having the Ophiuchus Scorpio transformation. It's really fascinating to obviously support the current energies coming in. So our moon, our emotions, basically is having its watery cetus dip. So I've already said, like, Pisces is the 13th sign. It is the 13th. So like Ophiuchus isn't the 13th, that's the 9th sign. Pisces is the 13th. And in essence, it is all the zodiacs in one. Pisces is, so it has all of the elements. It is all of them. And because I see it essentially as the balance of the two energies as well. It is the two fish, the two koi fish circling each other. It is that balance of energy, that yin and yang. And I see it as it's that watery birth. So it's like, okay, we've gone through this whole zodiac wheel, we're going through this watery birth now, in essence, because it's like energetically we've balanced all the energies, and it's like, okay, it's time to step into this new vibrational frequency through this water baptism birth. This water birth, we're water beings, we live in a water realm. So I'm seeing this. Something went wrong. We'll try again. What's happening there? That's potentially what I'm seeing here. So it's like our emotions will be moving us in a way to be like, oh, okay, I've collected all this data in essence because cetus is that alchemizer of all the data. It's like, take that deep breath in the whale, you spew it out and you've alchemized, okay? And then you pop back up into Pisces like, yay! I've got that balance of energy and I'm ready to go into Aries as new. So in essence, what I'm seeing is all of this Aries new energy that came in, people in life coming back, coming in if they're new opportunities, etc., etc. What we've experienced, we're going to be alchemizing beginning of next week. Okay, so take time with how this weekend goes as well, because in essence, the beginning of next week, it's like, okay, we're collating all this data to get ready to be fresh in this Aries energy. Okay, so reconnecting, fresh in this Aries energy to attract the new Taurian experiences to us. And then of course, as it finishes off in Taurus anyway, on the 19th, so this is the end of the week when Jupiter's ready to expand the Aries, as the moon finishes off there, we're just beginning, we're more settled, I'd say, in terms of like, okay, our emotions, our feelings, our intuition. In what moon is it? It's going to be a no moon. So it's leading, this is a no moon on Friday and it's a no moon in Taurus. So no moon, new moon. That's a no moon. Let me color it in so it's a no moon. When I do little lines out of it, when it looks like a sun, that's a full moon because it's shining. But when it's a no moon, it's just there. No moon. When it's a no moon in the sky, your logic, your reason, your rationale will be more there because it may move a little bit slower. Things may not be as clear, and it makes sense because we're entering full blast into all of this new energy that's coming up, but it may not be as clear in terms of trusting your intuition, but your logic is going to be on point. So your logic will be on point in terms of how you're ready to experience now, how your ego is ready to experience the material, okay, which is based around money, love, the physical five senses, anything in the material. Basically next week you're going to be logical at how you're going to do it, and as I says, because Mars is up at that tipping point, it's like that tipping point is coming in, and then though that's coming in, logic and reasoning is there, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, we're having this nice tipping point now. Things are slowly starting to move in life if you feel like it's been stagnant. And yeah, so let's see anyway, what are the energies naturally for this week as we're on 32. And after this, we'll get back to the present moment. Oh, that was a tough one. Why did that have to come out? This week's just tough. So I'm generally just pull two unless I feel like going for more. So it's just what comes out. What are the energies then for this week as the sun enters Taurus and Mars enters Cancer? A lot of sword energy. Can we have one more? This week's already seeming tough. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh gosh. And bottom of, no, not the bottom, the next card. I'm taking all of that, but it's going to be a tough week, people. I'm seeing it's going to be a tough week already. So we've got the Nine of Swords. This did not come up reverse. Conflict of some sort is coming. We're going to read in the book for full clarity. We then got the Three of Swords. Yep. But we then also have Temperance, and at the bottom, no, the next card was Strength. So we've got the strength to go through and remain temperate, but what does the card say? Let me get back into the present moment. So You know what? I should also link this in my video, isn't it? Like, if anyone wants this tarot deck, I've got it off Amazon. That's what it looks like. I'll link it in the description. I will have it there in the future. But okay, we had the Nine of Swords first. So what's the Nine of Swords saying? Okay, you ready? We've got some sleepless nights. I'm sure I've already got sleepless nights. I already see how that's coming in for me because I'm going to chill on a certain substance, so I know I'm not going to be sleeping for a while. But anyway, we've got sleepless nights, guilt, overwhelmed with worries, wishing, if only, regretting the past, obsessive thinking, refusing to forgive. Oh, damn. Yeah. It's a lot. Life's already a lot, and life has already kicked me down in my teeth on my birthday, but life really don't give a fuck. But anyway, Three of Swords now. We've got a broken heart, discovering a painful truth. I'm just smiling through this. If you don't smile, you'll cry. Feeling let down, betrayal, hurting someone else, fear of losing, and feeling alone. So this is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. Of course, I'm not happy with this. But as I said last week, the truth is, it doesn't matter what a card says. You just carry on life and carry on living. Just live. And I'm not going to lie, I forget. But anyway, temperance, reading a temperance now. Self-control, compromise, moderation, virtue, blending of ideas, harmony and understanding. Moderation will create balance. I know I definitely need that. Need for cooperation, healing energy, being centered, vitality and well-being. So yes, have temperance and strength. And of course, strength, I feel it says it in the words. But let's read the cards. Card number 8. My life path number is number 8. Strength. Oh, hold on. No, the Hanged Man. What was I just looking at? Oh, okay, so temperance, the astrological affinity is Sagittarius, if you didn't know. For strength, it's Leo. So that makes sense because Leo's like, I'm the lion. But the key words for that is obviously having inner strength, courage, self-awareness, personal power, facing reality, taking responsibility for your life, ability to forgive, being compassionate, strength of love, and being tolerant. So yeah. Yeah, I see how that can be. This whole sword energy which is coming up, Scorpio is about the gaff for one, and fortune is in Scorpio. It's going to be going into Scorpio. So I see how this can be the case. I see how that can be the case. And of course, with like, even with Mars transiting into Cancer, though I says it's like this tipping point, it's like the momentum needs to pick up. So it does make sense. I'm seeing a shift in energy from next week onward, basically, in terms of if you've been feeling it's been so heavy and intense. I've definitely been feeling that, and I'm kind of seeing these energies are slowly slowing down, but of course we've got all this sword energy, so it's still there. It's still there. And I do remember for this month, the tarot that come out was the Magician in reverse for the whole month. So feelings of just like value in essence and what you're doing, if it's valuable, may still come up throughout this month. But of course, you've got the strength and remain temperate. Like, I feel having that temperance, having that balance in all that you do, in essence, getting back into balance, in essence, is your strength through this sword energy, which I feel is all of this changing, because the old is still ready to go out the door and the new is still pretty much here. Well, no, not pretty much here. It is here. It's getting ready to fully be. Like, I don't know, I'm watching this unfold in front of my eyes, in essence. I'm watching myself transform in front of my own eyes. And I'm definitely feeling that now is the birth pains, you know, and they're just like, oh yeah, the labor pains, it's like that whole birth pains of, you know, being birthed out. I'm definitely feeling that. It's intense. So take a deep breath. We're gonna finish now. 40 minutes in. I feel these are getting longer in general. There's definitely like 35 plus minutes now. But coming back to the present moment, right now, the moon, see that? The moon is chilling in Capricorn. Do remember as well, Venus has recently entered Gemini, and it is a third quarter moon today. It is a third quarter moon today. Okay, people. So the third quarter moon, no, tomorrow. It's the third quarter moon tomorrow. So yes, as of tomorrow, we will be moving a bit more logically. We'll be moving more logically. The moon is no longer illuminated and it's becoming new. There will be no moon in the sky soon. So we are definitely now moving to more towards our logic and our rational behavior. Right now, the moon is sat in Capricorn. So our feelings and emotions are definitely moving in a way where we want stability and that foundation. That's definitely happened with me. I've brought up conversation where it's just like, it could potentially, I don't know what's going to happen, but it could potentially create a solid foundation. Yeah, and that's definitely how my feelings were moving today anyway, and they still are. I'm just so focused on making sure my foundation is set. Like, that's how I'm naturally feeling. And then of course, as I've said, Venus recently entered Gemini, so our values, our material values, will be moving quite quick. Moving quite quick, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm seeing. That is what I'm seeing. But I've spoken for too long. My mouth is like gibbering away. I do hope that this made sense. I hope it resonated. And yeah, nothing else more to say. I feel next week's going to be quite a challenging week. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, it's going to be quite a challenging week, and we're just going to be trying to alchemize. Going to be trying to alchemize, or we're alchemized before the challenges come in. I don't know, but I don't want to get caught up in the future, because all that matters is now. Okay, so hold out. Whatever comes, comes. Ultimately, you've got the strength. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it on the strength, because we are strong. We're all strong, and we're all just trying to live and survive in this matrix. So have a wonderful rest of your day in the matrix, in the matter, in our mother. And enjoy. And I'll see you next week. What's happening next week? Next week is chill. The following week is chill. I feel it's just going to be so intense next week. But then the week after that, potentially a breather. So just hold in there. And I appreciate you sticking around till the end. Thank you so much for joining me. We've got this. You're amazing. I'm amazing. We're all amazing. But anyway, I'll see you next week. For real now. Angel out. Bye.